Hello, hello. My name is Tor. How are you doing? I want to take you on a little tour inside of Legacy Forge because we have now created something that is beyond what we thought we could, and it's time to bring it to the world. That's more or less what we're going to do. I'm going to shift a little bit between different ways of seeing this so that you can see the full creative expression of what we try to teach. Because everything that we do, remember that we are trying to teach you how to do the same. If you're doing any kind of production or presentations or anything that could require the same tools that we use, this is what we teach. So we recommend you pay attention to the things that are being done and not just but what being said. If you see something cool, that is probably something that is there intentionally, like how we show off these things. Welcome to the Legacy Forge. This is Orpheus the Wise, whom you can see down there in the left corner. He is present throughout the Forge, and he's doing his own thing in helping people going through their journeys. He is a servant, but he's also a god, basically. A lot about that in the future to come. So if you're inside of the Legacy Forge, you will already know a little bit about Orpheus. But here is how the entire thing is set up. You can see and view the Legacy Forge as a tree. The tree has several elements, starting at the roots and going back into the trunk. We are enabling strong and unique branches that produce fractally unlimited leaves until forging a new and unique fruit. That is kind of the quick rundown of how we could view this whole structure, right? But let's go a little bit deeper into it and see if we can learn a little bit more about these details that was just randomly shared. Starting at the structure, we have the roots at the start, as I mentioned, aligned core leadership and allies. This is where the drive, the motor, the engine, and the system, the cogs, the machinery of the whole thing is placed. We have a inner sanctum or a tribal council that we work with every day that makes sure that the core, the roots, all these things are at all times supported for future growth. We go into the trunk, community centered, and the branches, which is mentorship driven growth and expansion. This I'm going to go more in depth on when we come to this point. The leaves, which are holistic, out of the box creative innovation. More on this as well. And then the fruit, sovereignty focused. All of these words might sound not used very often, to be honest, but let's dive a little bit into what that means. We go in the roots. In here we have the tribal council, as I mentioned, which is the leadership team within the Legacy Forge. We go to the group mentors, which is the people who is helping us to manage the community and help managing the support and accountability and the healing and everything that goes on in there. We would not be it wouldn't be possible to do what we do without the group mentors. To be honest, the guild masters, if you will. Then we have partnerships and alliances. We always forge new alliances. We always find new partnerships, people who are aligned so they can continue to grow stronger roots, which is just going to support a stronger stem or the trunk. In the trunk we have the tribe community, which is the heart of the whole thing. If we didn't have the community, it wouldn't be anything. So I recommend anyone to go outside of yourself and start thinking of how you can be a part of a community, a movement, because that is a game changer, to be honest. And everything that we do is supported by the trunk, which is the community. Experience driven support and accountability. This means several things. For instance, what you are watching right now, this whole thing of me talking like this is recorded, pre recorded, obviously, right? But inside, we also have experiences that is like this live, where we talk to people live. Now, it's not just an experience as something that you can experience. It is also something that is driven by people with experience. They have gone through their journeys, they have fought their demons, they have gone through and done things, and as you can say, they have been initiated into different parts of life. They have done things that was hard. They have simplified that process because they understood and learned from them. And now, with their experience, they can show other people how to do that as well. If you have a lot of people in one place, having a lot of experience is it's very good. It's a very valuable resource because many people will say something today and proclaim that they are some sort of an expert in something without the experience. So we are, as I said, experience driven support and accountability. From here, we have one more point. We have transferring wisdom and knowledge as kind of the main thing, because if we didn't transfer what we know, we couldn't help other people coming after us to grow beyond us. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and the whole point of this is to make sure that the people coming after us, the people following our path, the people finding their own path and then just crossing paths with us, they're able to stand on the shoulder of other people who have done what they want to do so that they can shorten and collapse time. Extremely important, seeing that time is the most priceless, valuable resource that we have. Then we come to the branches. This is where things get a little bit interesting, because with a strong trunk, we can support a lot of branches. And a branch is basically just a person or a movement or an organization or an entity, something that came in and wanted to do something that is aligned with the vision of the Legacy Forge. You could be a movement trying to create facilitations or facilities and centers around the world, and you need someone to back you up. That's a branch. So we are partners and providers within the Forge. That can be anything. If you have something of value that you want to share with the world, you are more or less considered a branch, to simplify things, where we can help you with everything that we have. You are unique. You have a unique and standalone project and a movement or something. With a branch, you can be anyone as long as we are aligned in what we do, which is to help people create a better future, raising frequencies. You can be a branch, and we have a process with our branches. And we give back to the community by doing this as well, because people come in and we are able to help people give back their experience, their power, their knowledge and wisdom, so that other people can get help faster. Then on a branch, we have the leaves, and this is where things gets very interesting, because if you have a project, if you have a movement, if you have a business, if you have a dream, a vision, an idea, whatever it is, you have a fractal and unlimited possibilities. We are only limited by how far we can think, right? And how high we can vibrate. And so far, we have not found any limitations, especially not when you go into this with an unlimited mindset, knowing that the universe and nature works fractally. It's pretty epic. Aligned ideas and creations. This means that anything that you have, anything that we can help with, anything that we see that we have resources to support, we will do. And that can become a lot of leaves. But that's no problem, because I'm going to get to that. Supporting an infinite vision, which means that we actually encourage people to dream as far as humanly possible, because if you go as far as you can, I think you're going to release a few creative juices for those starting parts. And if the starting part is kind of your lifespan and everything, then you kind of know exactly what to do in your time here. It makes things easier. But it all leads into the fruit. When we have supported the branch, when we have helped in any way we can, we are left with the fruit. The fruit is supported to create from within. It is creating ripples in its own right, and it is repeating the cycle. The fruit falls from the tree, and it creates its own tree. But we want to make the experience so epic that you don't want to leave the main tree. You don't want to leave the Legacy Forge to focus only on your own tree. Because when you have your tree, you have your tribe, you have your community, you have your systems, and everything is set up, and you have your dream manifesting into reality, then the people that got you there, the family, the core, the people that really you bonded with so hard, you don't want to part ways. Because this is going to be a family that you probably didn't know existed. And that's how it works. That's how it has worked for me. You meet people who are so aligned, who speak your language to such a degree where you feel instant connection, like a family, like a tribe. So we are focusing on bringing things back to natural, bringing things back to how things should be, where we cooperate as a community. and not separately, right? We found unity in diversion, basically. Everyone has their own unique path. We're all walking up the same mountain or the same tree. Now, are you ready to forge your legacy? Because a legacy is anything. It's so huge. It is whatever you can think of. And we recommend and empower you to think as limitless as possible. The activating energy alone in these conversations and in these interactions have created insanely cool projects. And we try to do this as frictionless as possible. So, of course, the first thing is free. When you come into us, we don't say that, oh, you have to buy this. Actually, we say that you buy whatever you feel like sometimes. When people come in and they don't know what it is, it's like, well, you can donate and then you can see what it's worth. But the first thing here is free. And what this is just an aligned conversation where we go into your situation and we help you create your vision. We help you expand. If that is for us to kind of put in our immersive creation or immersive experiences for the realm that we have created that supports raising frequencies and expansion of human consciousness, that's one thing. There are several systems and just technologically simple parts to this. We have a website, we have different parts in the website that allows you to do this thing with those new insights and new visions and resources and stuff that you're going to get. More or less. The first thing is just getting to know, what do you want? Where are you going? Who are you? Where did you come from? How can you forge that experience into a new epic legacy? It is as simple as that. I hope that this information has been of any value or interesting at all, because we don't want to focus on one thing that we do. We focus on how can we bring the most epic, transformative experiences to the world that is going to enable us to bring about a better future. I recommend that you book a call. I recommend that you talk to us. Go and check out that address. Orpheus the Wise will take you further, and I have no doubt that we will see each other very soon. May your day be epic, and I love your face. See you in the next one. Or on the inside of the Legacy Forge, which is really recommended.